This place first opened way back in 1957. We are inside legendary Lambeau Field here in Green Bay. We all know this community lives for its Packers, and the green and gold came out of the tunnel a short time ago, and it was loud. We are ready for football, so are they, as the Packers get set to match up with the Arizona Cardinals. Trevor Davis now to return. Now the first carry for Ty Montgomery. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now Rodgers throwing on second down. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. A big welcome back carry for David Johnson, who almost missed all of last year. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Second down, Johnson. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. Tackle made there by Nick Perry.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. There's the rookie from Fordham. It's Chase Edmonds. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. Pretty shifty footwork, but didn't buy him much. The first-round pick, Jair Alexander, making the tackle. Johnson to the 40 and no further. The razzle-dazzle, though, got him a couple extra on the play.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
On third down, Johnson. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well. And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins. And they're hoping to do it consistently here. From midfield now, here's Rosen. Lets it go for Nelson. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. On 4th down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. Yeah, last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
In his own end zone, it's Rodgers. Man open, that's Marquez Valdes-Scantling. A gain of 6 there on first.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Yeah, Liz. 158.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And able to find Graham. Complete. 2 former All-Pros connecting. Rodgers finding his tight end Graham. Packer first down.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
Let's go, hey, let's go, come on. Hey, we got 150.
First down, here's the run to Montgomery. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. On the tackle, it's Randy Gregory.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Wait up. 4 down. Check.
On second down, Montgomery. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Jamar Taylor will be credited with the tackle. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
319. Wind out. You got 58. 319.
From the gun on third down, Rodgers. And he fends him off. And an alley to run. The 21 yards there as they convert on third. On first and 10, here's Rodgers. It's caught outright by Graham. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. A gain of 6 there on first.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. And he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Rodgers to throw on second down. Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamar Taylor. There he goes, right side. And they will score. It's It's a pick six for the Cardinals touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
Oh, I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Returnable here for Davis. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first two drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
To Montgomery to begin the drive. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. A tackle for loss there. 2 last week. He's tough to handle coming off the edge.
And when you talk about a defensive end, your first thought is, how does he rush the passer? That's where he makes his big plays getting into the backfield. But the best ones can play the run as well. And that's what we're seeing from him, that excellent combination of holding the point of attack and also getting upfield to make plays in the backfield.
319. Hey, Mike.
On second down, here's Rodgers. He's going to fire this thing deep right side. Trying to get it to Cobb, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trey Boston. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
So good field position for the Cardinals as they come up first and 10.
All right, here we go. 319. 319.
They run with Edmonds. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Ready to go now in the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Cardinals in possession of the football. They've got it second and 10 to start things out. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
The Cardinals on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
All right, here we go. 319. 319.
Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. And he finds his man. That's Butler. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They go play action here on first down. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Nick Perry able to drop him for a loss of 4.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now?
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. 20. And all the way down to the 7-yard line. A big run there by Johnson. 43 yards. So he nearly took it the distance, gets him down inside the 10 for a 1st and goal.
I'd love to be in his head right now, because is he rewarding himself for a great run, or is he kicking himself because he didn't get all the way to the goal line?
The Cardinals into the red zone for the first time. They've got it 1st and goal at the 7.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
On the carry, it's Edmonds. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. And that's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set them back for 2nd down. They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12.
Set. Blue 90. Blue 90.
To throw is Rosen. Flush to his right. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here.
Set. 319. 319.
They'll run it with Johnson. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal.
Now, this feels like old-school football, because this has turned into a good old-fashioned goal line stand. So on offense, what do you do now? Do you decide to run it or throw it if you go for it on 4th down?
So it's an old-school extra point that counts 3 times. It's certainly a disappointment they weren't able to get it in the end zone.
Yeah, I can just imagine post-game, head coach looking at the box score, 19-yard field goal, grimacing a little bit, but having to realize that at that moment, getting 3 points was vital. Go ahead and get the points, put them on the board.
The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
That's fine. Let's go, hey, let's go, come on. Put a 50.
To throw is Rodgers. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. Rodgers now on 1st down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. to throw again. Rodgers. Now look out, Rodgers. Lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
The Packers on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19.
Wide left.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Wide open receiver complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Going right side here, and that's complete. And he takes it down deep into Arizona territory. It's a big play that time for the Packers. And even 40 yards. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Why now? You got 58.
They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal.
Hey. 58.
Rodgers now. From the gun, he'll throw. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Deone Bucannon. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in
Season
December.
of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Good starting field position for him as they come up 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Johnson. They'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Now they'll run it on the toss. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. Two minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Lambeau following these words. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Now Rosen. And he's got Gresham. And he takes it down deep into Green Bay territory. It's a big play on third down for the Cardinals. 46 yards. From the red zone now, here's Rosen on first down. Right side complete to Butler. That throw good for 4. It's second down. Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Here's Johnson. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Now a play fake here on first down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further.
Gun, 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 gun. Set. Green 39. Green 39.
From the shotgun, it's Rosen. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. J.J. Nelson as the first half is winding down. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Dawson tacks on the point after, and that makes our score 17-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Cards with the lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, I feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And he'll get this one up to the 26. Mike Daniels makes the tackle.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Now Rosen to throw on second down. He gets it into the hands of Larry Fitzgerald. And he's able to get this one up to the 45-yard line. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's Rosen to throw. In the middle of the field, he's got Nelson. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. And he's got Fitzgerald. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there at 22.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
First down carry here for Johnson. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down. The Cardinals on third down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Set. 3-19. 3-19.
Now Rosen looking to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 18. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. They'll try to get something going with Ty Montgomery. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. The left side throw complete to Adams. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a 1st down there. On 1st down, Rodgers. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Steps away to his left. He may try and run for this. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his 1st. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Again, they run with Edmonds. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
When you think of Mike Daniels, you think of strength. Hard to knock off the football, but surprising quickness and ability to move and evade people. How about that play there?
Well, he can squat 600 pounds, so that's how he caught people's attention coming into the league, and he caught our attention right there.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, here we go. Over, Green, 39! Green, 39!
On 3rd down, that's Johnson. And they'll get it all the way out near midfield to the 45. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Now let's go! Green, 39! Green, 39!
Off the play fake, here's Rosen. That's caught by Butler over the middle. And he takes it down deep into Green Bay territory. That one goes for 36 yards. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
Here we go now. Green, 39! Green, 39!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
Now let's go! Green, 39! Green, 39!
Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. A good productive run there on 1st down. He winds up getting 8.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
All right, here we go. 319! 319!
Staying on the ground, this time it's Smith. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. The Cardinals on 3rd down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This is 3rd and 8.
All right, here we go. Blue 90! Blue 90!
Here's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. Johnson with a burst, a 1st down and more. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. David Johnson hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Cardinals will extend their lead. And the lead is now 24. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Returnable here for Davis. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
319.
They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get you.
Back now at Lambeau. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
The best offenses and the ones that win are ones that make adjustments. And right now, I think this team needs to open things up.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he finds his tight end, Graham. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for Green Bay. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Now it's Peterson. 44-yard punt, return of 9. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. The Cardinals offense now works their way back onto the field. With this lead and the football, things obviously looking good, but maybe... Yeah, you've taught me this before. Maybe this is where the defense is hoping that the offense helps them preserve that shutout that they've got going.
And it has to be in the minds of the offense that they know how rare it is to get a shutout. So take care of them, protect them, take care of the ball, move it downfield, run the clock down. You don't want your defense to have to go on the field again the rest of the game. Reward them.
Here's Edmonds. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech.
Set! Green 39! Green 39!
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But listen, there got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
And good yardage as he gets this one up to about the 23. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Here's Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. It's caught here by Adams. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Rodgers finding Adams for a Packer first. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
Rodgers handing to Montgomery. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Right now, you got 58.
A play fake to Montgomery. Now Rodgers. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Rodgers now 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. Working from the gun. Rodgers. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
Montgomery back to the ground. Open space inside the 10. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Ty Montgomery. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Packers get a score closer. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that'll make it 24-7. Crosby on now to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Now. Green 39! Green 39! Hot!
And they'll go on the ground. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the Packers pick it up. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. Not the trend he wanted to start the season with a fumble lost in both weeks 1 and 2. Now, it's not a disaster, but certainly not what he was looking for.
Got to get that fixed because otherwise he shows up on every scouting report. I remember sitting in defensive rooms and hearing the scouting report from my coaches, and if someone had a particular problem carrying the ball and holding on to it, that was noted. Hey, make sure you get a little extra attention to him. Get after the football. He's dropped it the last couple of games.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Rodgers. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery, and he'll get nothing out of that one. No gain on the screen there. It's second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's second and 10. Rodgers operating from the gun. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jamar Taylor. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out.
Here we go now. 319! 319!
They begin with a run by Smith, and he's going to be taken down right at about the 15-yard line. The Pro Bowler Muhammad Wilkerson brings him down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Johnson running left. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. The Cardinals on 3rd down. Now, they've converted 7 times and could use another right now. This is 3rd and 10.
Now let's go! Blue 90! Blue 90!
Here's a 20th carry for Johnson. And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th. Here's Andy Lee now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. They run. Montgomery, and he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field. Defense.
First down, they run again. Here's Montgomery. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Brandon, we're into the second half, and this offense has not scored a lot of points, and that was another example of why. I think it's time to open things up and start really trying to move the ball.
And they take a knee. And they will take a knee here. Well, Charles, it's great to win at home in the NFL. When you win on the road, it's a little extra special, isn't it?
It is because, let's face it, in most cases, you're not expected to go on the road and win in the National Football League. It just doesn't usually compute. So to get out there, get that done, and then head back to your city with one in the victory column, oh, that's a fantastic feeling.
So for Arizona, the win moves them to 3-9 now on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for the Packers, it was a win they needed to turn the season around, but instead they fall to 5-7. And they'll be at home.
You